r/AskReddit, what made you go wow, this person's a piece of shit? Notice they never have anything nice to say about anything ever, also they are rude. Something I learned along the years is how to always have something nice to say. A bonus to that is that your lying skills improve as well. Using their child as leverage/a pawn to punish the other parent. Grade A scum. It's such an interesting life as the child when both do this. He was kind to his so to her face, and as soon as she was out of earshot he would not stop complaining. We all suggested communicating to her to resolve these issues. He never did. Know a guy who told his kids they couldn't afford Christmas that year so they just wouldn't celebrate. Next day he bought himself a Nintendo Switch and like 6 games. This was like right at launch when they were hella expensive. Did the kids get to play? She was beating animals. I thought I loved her, but in the end a person who hurts animals is a monster. And a complete piece of shit. Every time someone tells me that someone is impressive, I make it my life's mission to tear them down. My sister stole 10K from her son's Cub Scout pack. She lied for months to our family saying it was a setup and she could prove it. Is this my question in reverse? Being rude to store workers, plate carriers, or people just doing their jobs. This. I never understood why people do that. You're probably gonna get worse service and it's definitely not gonna make anyone want to help you when you need it. Plus, people need to do those jobs so you can enjoy the benefits. Without workers you just have to suck it up and do things yourself. I never paid much attention to my neighbors, they were just there and kinda trashy. Then they moved out and left their pregnant cat, that had kittens 2 days later. Yup. Username checks out I guess. My son had a brain tumor. A year or so later after radiation and chemotherapy a guy who'd heard about it all comes up to me and says, "Wow, I can't believe you stayed with them. Never wanted to punch a guy so hard." I'm sorry, I'm thick. Did he mean stay with your family or stay with the doctor? What was he implying? When she threw an ashtray at my head. Man. I had an Italian GF that used to throw things at me. Last one was a French knife that stuck in the seat cushion when L ducked. I moved out that day. He told me he broke up with his ex-fiancée because she had a UTI and was sobbing from the pain in the toilet and he just couldn't take her being such a pain in the ass anymore. Wow, stealing money from actual children is low. At least he was introspective. The ass was in fact, himself. When my ex told me that no one loves me, no one cares about me, I have no friends and I should kill myself. That's not a piece of shit, that's the whole fucking bowel movement. Told the story about how her baby was taken away because she smoked and drank during pregnancy. She did more than that if the state took her kid. The state does not want your kid. You have to fuck up mightily for it to happen. Talking about how her parents were really the ones who wanted a child so it was fine that they raise him while she got high. Latest update on her has her in a different country with a new man and a new baby, not one word on her socials about the first child. When my ex-wife thanked me for everything, for being me, for her life experience with me, and her apologizing and admitting she pushed me to leave with her abuse and manipulation. Then, she made a stupid TikTok dancing full-on smear campaign video calling me a narcissist, manipulator, abuser, and addict. No one talks to me anymore and I was left in ruins. She kept the house and everything. Piece of shit apple falls from a piece of shit tree father. Good riddance. When a friend told me I would get better from a life-changing illness if I accepted Jesus into my heart. As an aside, never ever tell someone to suck it up. My grandma tells me I can pray away my multiple health issues that make me disabled constantly. And to suck it up. On a first date once the person told me how he finally came to the conclusion that he couldn't stay married to his ex-wife any longer because she was such a heartbreaking alcoholic. So he bought a copy of Divorce for Dummies and a handle of vodka and got her to sign all the paperwork and give him everything in the backyard of their home after getting her completely drunk for a couple of hours. When my Indian immigrant boss fired another immigrant and said, "Look who has to go back to India while I get to stay here and do whatever I want." There's a lot of sadness in that story. When someone talks friendly in front of certain people but then when they're not around shit talks behind their back. All of the posts about fathers/parents being assholes on that heard while they thought you were asleep post. Or any of the ones where friends of theirs were talking about SA. There are some fucking disgusting people out there. I hope all of the commenters are okay or better now. When it passed 50 I now feel it's necessary to at least read them all, sad face. I am haunted by my memories of myself being a piece of shit several times over the course of my life. Those moments don't define me and have taught/humbled me. Elon Musk calling a rescue diver a pedophile. Elon was repeatedly told that a rigid capsule would not work for the mission, but he kept bragging about its development like he was helping. Elon Musk desperately wants the world to be saved, but only if he can be the one to save it. My sister decided to never have kids. She's married, 40 yo. On Christmas Day my son and his fiancée announced they were pregnant. We were ecstatic. My sister made it all about herself, crying, and had the rest of the family comforting her, taking away my son's special moment. My dad's girlfriend found a photo album in a photo vault of several women who were changing, showering, or using the bathroom in his bathroom. He had a hidden camera in the form of a wax warmer that he would download videos from and then take screenshots. My fiancée at the time was among some of them, as well as several of my exes all the way back to when I was 15. Also his girlfriend was 17 and he's 52. I'm 23. This all screams sex offender VIP. My grandpa Joe laid in bed for 20 years and only got up when I found a golden ticket for the Wonka chocolate factory. He then proceeded to dance around stating that he had the golden ticket. Man, I hate him. Nobody hates Indians quite like Indians. I know someone whose mother really wanted to adopt, got custody of 2 kids and then shortly after separated from their dad and left the kids with him. He was a raging alcoholic. I get wanting to get away from that, but leaving the children you went out of your way to adopt behind is just terrible. 20 minutes into meeting him, he starts talking about how he cheated on his girlfriend and how in his head, it was justified. Met a friend of a friend once. 5 minutes into meeting her, she bragged about having gotten really good at drunk driving. He was trying to get my friend's attention, so he began talking at us, telling her he's a lawyer. Cool. So what made you get into law? It's a great career to get into to just fuck people over. No one can touch me. He didn't so much as look in my direction once. The whole time he was staring at my friend like a hungry dog looking at the dinner table. We had to leave because he creeped her out so bad. Future congressman right here. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.